What's good, y'all? Al Famous, living my life, not thinking about it twice. Don't be scared to like, subscribe, or share this dope content if you like it. You heard? Let's get it. Let's get it. You heard? Now, as you know, it doesn't take nothing fancy to tell a story. And so this is part 2 to why I left the Bloods. Now look, so now I'm on my way to Southport. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm headed to Southport because in Clinton, one day I'm in the yard, you know what I'm saying, and a dude shoot a dude in the yard, you know what I'm saying? And I got a little position in the Bloods. I've been there one of the longest. I've been one of the Bloods that been there the longest. I was in Clinton for 18 months. I had a little position on the side that I was on with the Bloods. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, like I told y'all dudes, I was one of the only Blood dudes with a workout court. Like I told y'all, I was one of the only Blood dudes with a workout court. You heard? I had a workout court. You know what I'm saying? Where niggas with dudes was told Bloods couldn't have a workout court. And Bloods was with that. You had 30, 40 Bloods in the jail, in population, running around, and niggas ain't even have a workout court. You heard? That's my word. You know what I'm saying? That's my word. You know what I'm saying? And I was on it, you know what I'm saying? Official Bloods, I used to let work out on my court. I remember I let Big Shy have the opportunity to work out on my court, but Big Shy didn't even work out on my court because Big Shy came to the yard, he jumped right into the mess. You know what I'm saying? I was going to the board in like 2 months, so I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? But boom, a month and a half before I was going to the board, I'm in the yard talking to my man City. A nigga shoot a nigga in the yard, you know what I'm saying? Like 2 hours later, they come through, they grab a nigga. They grab 2 or 3 niggas. Then 2 hours later, they come out and grab me and City. And they put us all on investigation. Next thing you know, they found me guilty. They sending me to Southport, you heard? You know what I'm saying? I'm dumb sick. But before I go to Southport, I put it all together that, yo, the nigga that shot the nigga in the yard, he the nigga that snitched on me because he was the nigga that was strong working with the police and all that. You know what I'm saying? He had the call outs up front and all that. You know what I'm saying? And I told you, old timer Ball that did like 30 something years, he came to Wendy and I went to Wendy, I ran into him. He the one that told me that it was that nigga that told on me, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, he worked with the boys up front, you know what I'm saying? He was setting up, he had us set up the Bloods, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He had us on call outs, you know what I'm saying? So if anything, anybody, he helped us get our guns to the yard. He knew where our guns was at, you know what I'm saying? So he wasn't telling them, he wasn't setting us all the way up. He was like using us to his benefit. You understand what I'm saying? You heard? He was using us to his benefit because he knew a lot of niggas ain't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? He needed an alliance, you know what I'm saying? And he used us by helping us get our guns to the yard. Because like I said, he was the nigga that helped us get our guns to the yard. You know what I'm saying? You heard? And that's why he was able to rock niggas to sleep like that. So make a long story short, he set me up. He aired a nigga out in the yard that day. He must have blamed me for it, you know what I'm saying? They locked me up because they said I had a position, but they didn't tell me this. I just knew all this, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to face the fact, you know what I'm saying? They gave me 10 months. I went to my board a month later. Them niggas gave me, the board hit me with 2 years, you know what I'm saying, on a non-violent bid. I wasn't going nowhere anyway, but I still thought I had a chance because I had a non-violent bid, you know what I'm saying? But they slammed me with 2, so I knew I was CRing, you know what I'm saying? You heard now, I had 27 months, lost a good time. So, you know, I'm sick, like, damn, dude. So now they got me going to Southport. You know what I'm saying? I'm Blood. You know what I'm saying? So I put it all together. I said, yo, get at that nigga such and such, you know what I'm saying? That nigga lied on me and set me up. You heard? I know he did, you know what I'm saying? So boom, you had some homies that they tried to get at the nigga. They chased the nigga around the gym. The nigga was scared. The nigga was running around the gym playing the police and all that until they called early go back. Then that nigga went back on an early go back and then he never came back out in the yard again. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden they bolted me out of there to Southport. You know what I'm saying? saying? So boom, I went to Southport for 10 months. So I'm already feeling some type of way. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with this blood shit. I'm about to go to my boy, and these niggas come and snatch me up for something I didn't do. Give me 10 months in the block, take 10 months good time, all this shit that they did to me for something that I didn't do. Man, I was dumb pissed off. And I attribute all that shit to blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, if I wasn't blood, this shit wouldn't even be happening to me, man. You know what I'm saying? But I held it down. I'm on my first trip to Southport. I've been hearing about it, now I'm there. You know what I'm saying? So now I go to Southport. I do my level 1 joint. You know what I'm saying? Then I do my level 2. Level 2, they send me to A block. So when I was in A block, there was a lot of heavy hitters in A block. Not a lot, but a couple of heavy hitters in A block. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I land on the company, Star Money Murder on the company. Black, 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 black. Bush on the company. Black, 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 black. You know what I'm saying? Boom. He like, yo, what's up, L.A.? Ding, boom, boom. Robo Just, Shorty Black, Gambino, they all out there. You heard? Boom. We go to the yard tomorrow. Boom, boom. You gonna see them. Boom. Go to the yard tomorrow. I meet Robo Just, laying right next to Robo Just, Shorty Black. You know what I'm saying? Gambino wasn't out there the first couple of times I went to the yard. Boom. So now I'm going out there to the yard every couple of days. You know what I'm saying? With Robo Just, Shorty Black and them. You know what I'm saying? And Star. You heard? Boom. Nick dudes is feeling me. You heard? I'm the youngest out of everybody. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm keeping it gully. And they know I keep it gully. You heard? Star got a little history on me. He know I keep it official. You know what I'm saying? So he passed a little word. Plus, these dudes, Robo Just going off my vibe and Shorty Black going off my vibe. So boom. Make a long story short, within a month or two of going out, vibing with Shorty Black, working out with Robo Just and them, God bless the dead, my man Robo Just, you heard? Big OG, official, you know what I'm saying? Move like a OG, you understand what I'm saying? Not on no power shit, you know what I'm saying? Not on no phony baloney, you understand what I'm saying? Treat you like a man, you know what I'm saying? Robo Just, salute, God, rest in peace, King, you heard? You was a real dude, you know what I'm saying? We used to work out together, me, you, Shorty Black, and Star, you heard? Star Money Murder, you know, Star, if you see this, you know I ain't freestyling, you know what I'm saying? We used to be in the yard doing push-ups and doing pull-ups off the gate, Southport, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Robo Just, they call him Pusshead Just, you heard? You know what I'm saying? God bless the dead, you know what I'm saying? He was official. I think he was G-Shine, you heard? You know what I'm saying? And so, like after a couple of months, because I was in Southport for like 10 months, and I was on level 2 for like at least 5 months, you heard? You know what I'm saying? At least 5 months, you know what I'm saying? Almost 6 months on level 2, you know what I'm saying? Because I forgot when you go to level 3, but it's after a certain amount of time, you heard? You know what I'm saying? And I know I was on level 2 for like 5 months, and basically, I remember one day, you know what I'm saying? So now, I'm hearing the little stories, you heard? I'm hearing the little stories about the Mack murder story with the Bloods in Kawasaki, with the DBD versus the Bloods in Kawasaki, you heard? I'm hearing how the Bloods kind of like took a loss because the dude Mack murder was so strong with the DVDs. He had a whole bunch of young boys that he came from DFY with, and they were strong, you heard? You know what I'm saying? And they moved on the Bloods, you know what I'm saying? They moved on Larry O and the Bloods in Kawasaki, you heard? You know what I'm saying? I heard the Bloods did their thing, but I heard DBD did their thing, you heard? I heard DBD did their thing. So dudes was bigging up Mack murder. It was dudes over there on the port bigging up Mack murder, talking about, yo, you ain't hear about what happened with Mack murder and the DBD in Kawasaki. Niggas aired out the Bloods, did the Bloods dirty. Mack murder, now he in the port. Dudes ain't getting at him because he was in the port with me. You heard? I was in A block, but I forgot what block he was in. You know what I'm saying? I think he was in C block or B block. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, word. And they was like, yo, man, you ain't hear about the story that happened with the nigga Pimp, you know what I'm saying, and Tom Cross and all that. Boom, I'm like, nah, what happened with Pimp and Tom Cross? It's like, yeah, nigga, Tom Cross pulled up, you know what I'm saying, supposed to have been fooled. Nigga, I heard he stepped the OG Pimp, you know what I'm saying, he had a gun, he had his man with him with the gun. Then Tom Cross had every Spanish nigga in the jail with him, you heard? Nigga said Tom Cross had every Spanish nigga in the jail with him, you know what I'm saying? Nigga said Tom Cross pulled up, said, yo, you Pimp, you OG? He said, yeah, well, I'm Tom Cross. Yo, I got a gun, you get a gun, my man got a gun, you get your best man with a gun, blood with a gun, you heard? And we go gun to gun, you heard? You know what I'm saying? I'm Tom Cross, I'm supposed to be fool, you know what I'm saying? What's good? You know what I'm saying? Heard nigga Pimp was like, nah, I ain't got no problems with you, this and that and this and that, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Tom Cross had every Spanish nigga in the jail with him, you heard? You know what I'm saying? And they probably gave him a New York knife, you heard? This how much dudes used to be against the Bloods, you heard? This how much dudes hated the Bloods. But don't sleep on that story, because the Bloods was crazy thick in Elmira. You heard? You had a crazy official Bloods in Elmira at that time. You heard? But you know, Pimp was the OG, and I heard he stepped to Pimp. You heard? And I heard he said exactly what I said. You heard? Tom Cross out of the Bronx, 183rd, official BX legend. You heard? You understand what I'm saying? OG Mack tried to turn that beef on him. You know what I'm saying? And he was answering every time, you heard? He was answering every time, you heard? Without the papers, you heard? He was answering every time. So, you know, I knew about that. I was hearing about that. Then I was in Napa Nap with Don Q. I seen the papers. A lot of Bloods can't say they seen the papers. A lot of Bloods was saying OG Mack is a snitch. I seen the papers. Yeah. Yeah, I seen the papers. You heard? You know what I'm saying? And look for me to be in Don Q book or his movie or whatever he produce on, whenever he drop on that. You heard? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I seen the papers. When I turned blood, I seen the papers on OG Mack. You heard? But it was nothing I could do or nothing I could say. And I was smart enough not to say or know nothing. You heard? You know what I'm saying? And I carry that all the way with me being blood. But I never told other homies, yo, I seen the papers, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But yeah, I seen the papers. Official tissue, L famous, you heard? A lot of homies, there's a lot of big homies. I'm talking about, I seen the papers when Tom Cross and none of them dudes had the papers. That's what I'm telling y'all. You heard? When a lot of big homies wanted the papers. Big Is, you heard? Soul B, all them dudes wanted the papers. They was in Attica at the time. This is 97. I seen the papers in 97. You heard? Back when homies was getting cut, you heard? And going through problems over that shit. I seen the papers. You heard? Know what I'm saying? So I ain't got a front for nobody, you know what I'm saying? Authentic, you know what I'm saying? Legendary work, you know what I'm saying? I was with the nigga that OG Mack lied on, you heard? He didn't just snitch on the nigga, he lied on him, you heard? He lied on Don Q, you know what I'm saying? Don Q ain't have nothing to do with what he told the police, you heard? And I seen the papers, but it was nothing I could say or do. Or I wasn't dumb enough to repeat, yo, I seen papers on OG Mack, you heard? I would go in the chow with a nigga, the nigga would have blew my top, you heard? You know what I'm saying? For being a chatty patty, you heard? Or trying to be extra real. Niggas be running around on that extra real shit and get their head blown off, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not talking about everybody, I'm talking about some niggas though, you heard? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I seen the papers, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I turned blood, I seen the papers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, man. So one day, I wasn't leaving the Bloods. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't leaving the Bloods. Boom. So one day I went to sleep. Boom. So now a lot of prisoners must have went through this. You know what I'm saying? A lot, because this wasn't my first one. This was like this was like my first one that woke me up. So one night I went to sleep and I had a dream. Now, my moms and my pops died when I was young. You know what I'm saying? My moms died when I was my pops died when I was 9. My mom's died when I was 13. So my grandmother always raised me. You know what I'm saying? So all I had was my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother was my mother, my father, my grandmother, and everybody. And she was my aunts, my uncle. She was everybody to me. You know what I'm saying? So one day, that was my biggest fear of losing my grandmother while I was in prison. So one day I went to sleep, you know what I'm saying? And I woke up and I was crying, you heard? And when you immediately wake up and you crying or whatever, I'm talking about crying, you heard? I don't think I was crying where people heard me, but when I woke up, I had tears in my eyes and I was emotional, you know what I'm saying? And I sat up, you know what I'm saying, in the bed, and the dream was my grandmother died in my dream, and it was like it was real. So I woke myself up and crying and shit, you know what I'm saying? And when I laid back down, because I'm in the box, you know what I'm saying, it's like 4 a.m. I don't know what time it is. I just know it's still dark outside. All you hear is crickets, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I laid down and I'm just laying in the bed like this, looking at the ceiling, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't stopped crying, B. You know what I'm saying? I tried to stop crying, but I just kept crying, man. No matter, I didn't have no control of the tears that was coming out of my eyes, because that's how real that dream felt. You heard? It felt like it really happened. You know what I'm saying? And I always felt like if my grandmother died when I was in prison, and I never was going to get out of prison, because that was going to be the turning point of to say I was looking for something to say, I don't give a F, you heard? I was looking for something to say, I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? And that was it, you know what I'm saying? So that dream was so real that I continued crying, even though I was trying to stop myself from crying. I couldn't stop from crying, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the ceiling, and then once I got, you know, a control of myself and, you know what I'm saying, everything, I started to think, you know what I'm saying? I started to think, and I said, yo, what are you doing, Al? You know what I'm saying? You in Southport right now for something you didn't do. You know what I'm saying? You could have easily been in here for something you did do, but you in here for something you didn't do. You heard? Then look at all this gang shit that you going through. You heard? It's just a matter of time before, you know what I'm saying, you catch a new one or somebody blow your head off. You know what I'm saying? One of your own blood's gonna blow your motherfucking head off, B. You know what I'm saying? You in a treacherous game, B. You know what I'm saying? So who do you care about? You care about these niggas in jail, or you care in your rep, or you care about your grandmother that always did everything for you. You know what I'm saying? That raised you when your mother was doing all them bids in the feds or in the state, you know what I'm saying? Or when she was strung out on them drugs. You heard? Kept you out of them group homes, kept you out of them foster homes, kept you out of anything. You heard? It was my grandmom's. So I was having a reality check, and I knew I was thinking about all the times I got suspended, all the times my grandmother had to go to school for me, all the times my grandma had to go pick me up from the precinct, all the times my grandmother was there for me. It always was my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, B. Who I'm a rep for? These niggas or my grandma, man? I gotta get back to the street, man. But if I'm gonna get back to the street, the first thing I gotta do is I gotta leave this gang shit alone. I'm getting out of this blood shit, B. This is what I said to myself, laying there looking at the ceiling. I'm getting out of this blood shit. You heard? So then, boom, I swear to God, I wound up falling back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Boom, fell back to sleep. When I woke up, it was daytime, regular, you know what I'm saying? So now, it was a rainy day that day. So I definitely wasn't going to the yard, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So boom, it was raining and cold. But Robo Just, Shorty Black, and sometimes Star used to go to the yard a lot, you heard? So, and they used to be, Robo Just and Shorty Black used to be out there every day, no matter what the weather was. They could go to the yard, they out there. You heard? Make rain, sleet, or snow. So sometimes when they go out there in the rain, sleet, or snow, Robo Just and them be calling up to us, calling up to Star, calling up to me. Yo, L, why y'all ain't come out? Why you ain't come out? And I be like, man, I ain't coming out of there, man. That shit's raining, B. You heard? Cause I told you we used to work out. So one day, that's that day that I had that dream about my grandmother. I'm like, I was down that morning, so I was like laying in my bed, ate my breakfast, was regular, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My mood was down. So then all of a sudden, this nigga Robo Just and Shorty Black calling up to me. They like, yo, L, yo, L. So boom, I'm trying to act like I don't hear them niggas. I'm playing sleep. You know what I'm saying? So they calling up to me, yo, L, yo, L. So I'm playing sleep, you heard? So the nigga Star was up, so Star like, yo, L, yo, L. So I go, yo, what's up? You know, I can't fake it with Star, because I know Star know I'm up, you heard? Or I'm going to hear him. So he like, yo, L, yo, Robo Just and Shorty Black and I'm calling you. So I'm like, yeah, what's good? Now I'm telling y'all, this is the same morning that I woke up with my grandmother in a dream that my grandmother passed away. And I realized at the end of thinking about everything of my grandmother, I realized that I wasn't going to get nowhere until I leave blood alone, or leave this gang shit alone. And I was going to have to just drop it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to wait. I couldn't wait till something happened. I had to drop it. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, this is the same morning. This is a couple of hours later, you heard? I woke up about 4 o'clock in the morning, and this is about 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, you heard? After breakfast, you know what I'm saying? So, boom. So they calling up, yo, L, yo, L. So I try to act like I'm asleep. The nigga Star called down to me, yo, L. Star was only like 3 cells from me. Star like, yo, L. Yo, them niggas Robo Just and Shorty Black calling you. So I go, yo, what's good? I'm faking it out. Yo, what's good, nerd? You know what I'm saying? They're like, it's Shorty Black talking. Yo, what's good, L? Yo, what's good? Yo, why you ain't come out today? I was like, yeah, man, I wasn't feeling, I'm feeling under the weather. I wasn't feeling good. You heard? Wow, what's good, though? Niggas like, nah, yo. He said, yo, B, yo, I got some good news, B. I said, what? He said, yo, I'm about to be OG at GMB. You heard? Big is about to get the whole situation. You heard? So I'm like, oh, word? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm claiming non-Trey. You know what I'm saying? I'm claiming non-Trey. And like I told y'all, nigga brought me home. I'm official. You know what I'm saying? So he like, yo, I'm about to get the whole situation with GMB, you heard? He's like, yo, I want to give you 4-star general, you heard? You know what I'm saying? It was either 4-star or 2-star general, you heard? I know it was one of them stars, you heard? He was like, yo, so I was like, started thinking about what I said to myself a couple of hours before that about my grandmoms. I was like, yo, this shit can't be serious. Saying in my mind, like, oh, this shit is real, B. I had a dream saying I'm gonna leave this blood shit, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, these niggas is calling up to me and they want to give me a position in GMB, 4-star general. They want to take me from a regular soldier and give me a position of a general status in they set, GMB. A crazy honor, you heard? I wanted to take it, you heard? But if and I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. If I didn't have that dream with my grandmother passing away that morning, I would have wound up taking that position. And who knows how I would have landed, you heard? Whether I would have rose to occasion, took put the set on my back and took it where it needed to be and kept it where it needed to be, or I would have flunked out and wound up becoming fool. Niggas would have tried to air me out, and you know what I'm saying? Niggas would try to below me, you heard? For some miscellaneous shit, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, one thing about me, I wasn't really thirsty to take position, you know what I'm saying, because you could lead the crowd without a position, you know what I'm saying? You can move the crowd without a position. When you was blood, all you had to do was put it in. Put it in. Put it in. You heard? Put it in, nigga. Put it in. You heard? That's all you had to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you didn't put it in, you waited too long, you slept on niggas, you ain't act, you heard, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who you dealing with. You gotta know the type of niggas you dealing with. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Some niggas will tell you something is dead and it won't be dead. Niggas will tear your head off. You know what I'm saying? Other niggas will get your head tore off. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know how this shit go. You know what I'm saying? So boom. So now the nigga Shorty Black like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I want to give you the position of 4-star general. So I told the nigga, I'm like, yo, Shorty Black, yo, I'm good, B. You heard? I told the nigga, I'm good, B. The nigga was like, you good? Now, you got to remember, he's down outside in the cages, and I'm inside in the dorm, in the cells, and I'm screaming through the window, and he's screaming up from the cages into the window. This is how we talk. This is how we communicate in the box. You heard? When you don't go out. You heard? You understand what I'm saying? They expected me to go out, so he would have told me this in the cages, but I didn't go out. So he wanted to give me the situation so quick and flip me from non-Trey to GMB. You heard that, and give me my position. He swore I was going to take it because anybody would have took that position. And at that time, Star was right a couple of cells from me. Star had one of them general stars of Sex Money Murder. And Gambino was in the spot, and Gambino had the whole situation because Pistol left it to Un. You understand what I'm saying? So niggas was around all the heavy hitters, and Gambino was in A block too. But I used to have to. They never used to bring him out. Sometimes with us, he used to link up. Only sometimes he used to link up, land with all of us, where we land together, where we all could talk to each other without us being separated too far. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I used to really land out there with Robo Just and Shorty Black, and what we used to work out and all that while we was in the yard and talk shit, talk blood talk, and talk real talk. You know what I'm saying? Robo Just, rest in peace, was a real dude. Anybody know that? Star, you know the game. You heard? Robo Just was official tissue. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Lost his life. You know what I'm saying? I think he had a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? You heard? Salute to his family. Blessed to his family. You heard? Robo Just, that was my bro. You know what I'm saying? He was a big bro. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just an OG. He was a big bro. You know what I'm saying? I used to work out with him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Him and Shorty Black. You heard? So boom. You know what I'm saying? So Gambino had the situation, the Sex Money Murder. Star had general status. Shorty Black was calling up to me to give me some type of status. I told the nigga I'm good. He couldn't believe it. He said, what? What you talking about? I said, I'm good, Shorty Black, B. I'm good, man. He like, oh, man, B. I can't believe this, man. I'm feeling some type of way, B. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, B. I ain't gonna change my set just for a position. You heard? That's the excuse that I use, you heard? But I really was leaving blood. I knew that once I leave the port, when I go to the next jail, I'm whatever bloods I see, I'm not claiming them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say what's up to niggas. I'm gonna fuck with niggas. I'm gonna say, yo, this and that, but I ain't blood no more, you heard? Leave that shit alone, but that shit is dead, you heard? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So boom, and that's exactly what I did, you know what I'm saying? And Shorty Black couldn't believe it. Shorty Black couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, man, I'm offended, man. Yo, L, man, yo, you got to come out to the yard tomorrow, man. I said, I'll be out in the yard. Came out to the yard tomorrow. He was trying to convince me, yo, the situation is about to be fucked up. The nigga OG Mack went home. Niggas is battling. Big Iz is this, Big Iz is that. I'm like, yo, bro. I said, yo, man, I want to fuck with you, Shorty Black with GMB, and it's a crazy honor, but on the real, you know what I'm saying? I ain't changing my set for non-Trey. I ain't changing my non-trade set just for a position. If I can't get a position in non-trade, I don't want it. You heard? But in the back of my mind, I knew I was leaving blood because you know what I'm saying? I had that bad dream with my grandmother dying, and I always knew that if my grandmother died while I was in prison, I felt that I wasn't gonna make it home. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I'm saying? I would have wanted. I've been one of them dudes that did about 18, 25 years, or probably got killed. You know what I'm saying? Because you heard, just because my attitude wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Because I lost my mind. You know what I'm saying? I lost my way of being. You know, my way of thinking. You heard? You know what I'm saying? But God willing, it didn't happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Came home to my grandmother. My grandmother was with me for X amount of years. You know what I'm saying? She died some years ago. You know what I'm saying? She lived to be 91. You know what I'm saying? She was my everything. You know what I'm saying? So it was either the gang or it was my grandmom. And I picked my grandmoms, B. You know what I'm saying? I picked my grandmoms. And by me picking my grandmoms, I ain't catching no new ones. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get stabbed up. I ain't get blown up. You know what I'm saying? I blew me a few niggas up. I cut me a few niggas when none of that happened to me on that trip. You know what I'm saying? I got cut before. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Nothing happened to me on that trip, and I came out a victor. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of luck and a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? So you heard. Leave that. Once I left that blood shit alone, I started running into dudes that was with me in other jails. That when I was blood, they was like, yo, and they seen I left that alone. The first thing they said to me was like, yo, L, man. Yo, man, I'm glad you left that shit alone, B. That shit wasn't you, B. You too official, man. Them niggas was meatballs, you heard? I was like, damn, B. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until I wasn't blood that I found out how niggas really truly felt about the bloods. Niggas that used to even be around bloods or used to fuck with bloods or act like they fucked with bloods. As soon as they found that I wasn't blood, they used to give me that rip. Yo, B. You my nigga, B. Yo, I'm glad you left that shit alone, B. You know what I'm saying? You were too real for them niggas. Them niggas was meatballs, you heard? Them niggas was lemons, you heard? When I came home, I was talking about lemon. I was calling niggas lemons. I was up north calling niggas lemons. I was like, man, you a lemon, nigga. Nigga be talking that talking to y'all. Yo, man, I was this. I was busting my gun. I was getting money. I was this. I was that. I bring a nigga to reality, nigga. I be like, yo, nigga, how was you getting money in New York and you in here smoking top, nigga? You know what I'm saying? How you was getting money in New York and you ain't even got no pictures of no bitches and nothing, nigga? You ain't nobody out in the joint, B. Like, come on, man. You heard? But I used to give it to niggas like that, but funny. So niggas always knew I'm real, nigga. L Famous is real, nigga. L Famous come from prison, not from the street, you heard? I'm known as Larry in the street, but in jail, they call me L Famous, nigga. Everywhere I pull up, niggas know me. Blah that, L Famous, nigga. You heard?